Hello again, and this evening we're still finishing off the wines from this holiday weekend. And so tonight, this is goodbye to this bottle of Savagnin, Macération Pelliculaire by the Domaine du Pelican in the Jura. It's a 2020, so a pretty young wine. And Macération Pelliculaire basically means it's been vinified with the skins as if it were a red wine. So people do that in the Jura, and there's all sorts of extensions to this that make the vin jaune and the vin de paille. But this is, let's say, light touch model, meaning it's vinified with the skins for 2 weeks. It's not aged particularly long, and it's regular. You know, it doesn't let it. It doesn't let. They don't let it oxidize for a long period of time. So it's kind of like one this orange wine, if you want. It's called a little bit, and you can see it in the color. It's just the color alone looks rich and thick. It almost looks, a little bit of there's some turbidity in there, but I know there's nothing floating in there. It's just the nature of what they picked up from the skins, and you can see it because the color is light, so it shows off more. But just the color, I think, is just beautiful. On the nose, it's really this incredible mix of all sorts of sensations. You've got sour, you've got sweet, you've got like sort of sour oranges or bitter oranges. You've got apricots. You've got some sort of yeasty kind of dried grasses or straw. That sort of smell a little bit that comes from the earth. Some more, a little bit of mushrooms and earthy type notes as well. It's just a little bit of alcohol. It's not very low. It's 13.5% alcohol, so it's not super low. It's a young wine, but it's perfectly fine. I mean, it doesn't feel like it should have waited, but I'm sure it will keep. It's just really incredibly interesting to me. On the palate, you find all the same thing, but also a little bit more acidity. Maybe it's a bit of very, very light residual tannins that kind of give you sort of grip the tongue a little bit. But you also find this whole really combination of flavors I described on the nose. And it's just very interesting, and it's almost chewable. You feel like there's a lot of matter, and that's not really like what you would think of as a not simple, like a clear, clean white wine that you would want to marry with a piece of white fish. No, it's complicated, and it's a wine that you could drink with maybe, let's say, a piece of grilled salmon or old cheeses from the Jura, like a Comté, or even something stronger like a Stilton or a Roquefort. It really holds up to that. Or even if you want some sort of terrine of duck, it would also be great with like a chicken dish with cream or morels or mushrooms. It's that kind of wine that calls and can stand up to that kind of food. And I don't know why I'm talking so much about the food, maybe because I tried some of these things, but it's just in the spirit of discovering what you would drink this wine with. But it also goes very well on its own. It's it's just very enjoyable because to me it's so new and so different that you could drink it and keep looking for new flavors. It really bursts into the mouth with all these fruit and strong flavors, and then on the finish it kind of dissipates very nicely. It doesn't leave a huge trace. It just leaves a bit of a hint that makes you want to go for the next glass. Really, just incredible discovery for me. And again, this is an area I don't know very much about. I'm learning to discover some of the wines, and this is a really great property by Guillaume d'Angerville. We've discussed it before. Who's from Burgundy, who bought property 10 years ago and started this domain and has been expanding since and trying new things. This is a new cuvée for them. It's only the fourth, I think it's only been four. It started in 2018. And so they're trying new things, and this is a great combination of tradition and new things for the region, which will continue to really interest us and teach us new things. Cheers, and see you soon.